Greetings and welcome to the mountain. My name is Hagen Rock, and today we're going to be playing more Kritika. Actually, episode 2 of the Berserker playthrough.
Oh yeah.
So, this is how we do. We just did the first part. We got through the first stage, section, world, whatever. If it was Mario, it'd be considered a world.
1-1.
No, we didn't. I thought that was the last boss in the last... Apparently, I'm a scrub, and I don't know how to count. So,
it's alright, that final boss is just a little pansy and he was hiding from us.
He was just hiding, don't worry about it.
Now we're gonna kick him in the teeth.
With my giant sword.
Yes.
Sword kick.
Your claymore just spouts like a SWAT team boot on the end.
Oh my god, that needs to be a thing. If I ever make a fantasy game and then we have joke weapons, it's going to be like a mannequin leg with a boot on the end of it. It's going to be a thing.
It's like Brick's shoes from the first Borderlands where he's got like screws sticking out of the steel toe.
Yeah, exactly like that. It's going to look more like a mace and less like a boot.
Like duct taped spikes on it and shit.
Yeah. You know what I realized?
What's up?
We haven't been upgrading our skills. Just equipping better armor.
Bro, what did Mao tell you?
I don't know. She just says equip your best armor, not your best skills.
Did she never tell you about skills?
If she did, I glanced through it.
You were distracted.
I was distracted by the boot sword that we were making.
Oh, boot sword.
Boot sword. But that whirlwind feels fantastic. I mean, the enemy doesn't feel fantastic, but... You know, I'm just gonna shut up now.
The enemy's all like...
It's like a cool breeze blowing through my neck.
If they somehow manage to survive, they're just in a full body cast, unable to move or talk.
Something like that. Jeez, you took forever to swing. It was just like, okay, I'm going to hit here. By the way, I'm going to hit here. I'm still swinging, I'm going to hit here. Okay, I'm finally hitting. And now I'm drawing my sword back. Wow, I took off like half your health bar. Done. Oh, wow. The longest attack. That was almost longer than a Dragon Ball Z movie.
Oh, Jesus. Before, like, Kai or the recent stuff got their hands on it.
Oh, yeah. It was more like, I'm charging my attack. I'm still charging. Now I'm dissing you. Now I'm charging. And now we're attacking. And now we're talking about the aftermath.
While I'm charging and smack talking, I'm also having a flashback.
Oh, shit. That's right. I forgot about that one.
So we'll eventually get to the fight, you know.
Eventually.
About a month's worth of episodes down the line.
Right?
Hope you weren't waiting too long, viewers.
It's the next season and we're still talking. Oh, God.
Dude, some of the stories you end up hearing from, like, the Funimation staff.
Yeah.
Like, I've listened to some of the commentary on certain Funimation shows, and they talk about how, like, some of them have nearly passed out delivering some of their lines and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah, like the guy that voices Goku is... I know he's almost passed out at least once or twice. I vaguely remember hearing he actually has. But,
Really?
Mm-hmm. I also remember hearing about one of the voice actresses that worked on Shin-Chan.
Okay.
The lady that does the voice of Shin's baby sister. There are some episodes where Hima, like, screams, you know, baby screams, super loud. It might be kind of prolonged or what have you. And that poor lady has to sit in that booth and deliver multiple variants of that scream. And, like, you can only imagine, you know. I need oxygen, man! Give me a second.
So that was like perfect timing then.
Yeah.
You were delivering that story as I upgraded and I sold things and now we're ready. Yeah, we're ready to move on to the next section.
Kick ass. Thank you, Funimation. I'm glad I'm a fan of yours.
Me too, because That made transition a lot smoother.
Right.
Also, we're not being paid by Nation to say anything.
There are no such thing as advertisements or what's the word I'm looking for? Like bribes or boons or anything like that. We're just
holy shit.
We're just talking. What?
The attack. You totally missed it. You looked away.
I did look away.
Right as that attack happened. Okay, when it's charged, I'll do it again on this next guy.
Wreck face.
Right here. Ready?
Let's do it. Oh shit.
Yeah. I don't know. I might actually level up the Berserker. He's kind of fun. I've heard he's like one of the worst characters in this game, ironically, even though he's the main.
Huh. There's got to be a way to keep him viable.
Oh yeah, of course. There's always a way. As a matter of fact, I think, even that being said, I think the number one in the world is a Berserker right now.
Oh yeah.
So
that kind of doesn't surprise me. I mean, like we've talked about before, most of my experience with like building RPG characters comes out of Diablo, but
and you do the Berserker, right?
The Barbarian.
Barbarian. Okay,
Yeah.
I was just like, I could have sworn he has another name, and then you were right. He did have another name. It was called Barbarian, and I'm just an idiot.
Yeah, I mained a Frenzy Barbarian in Diablo 2, and I built one in Diablo 3, but I haven't played Diablo 3 in so long.
Yeah, I actually competed in last seasons. I haven't competed a whole lot in this season, but last season I almost made it to top 1,000 in the U.S., and I learned a bunch of shit, actually. A lot of shit, according to the game mechanics. And one of those things, like you said, the Frenzy, you get every rune if you have the belt.
You had told me about that. There's equipment that does, like, you get all rune enhancements for X skill.
Pretty soon in, like, the next 5 seasons, they're just going to be like, you have every skill. Or some shit.
You have access to all of it. Just fuck it. Build whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then they're going to be like, oh, and remember...
Oh, wait, it's too broken. Now we're going to have to nerf everything to shit. We're just going to replace all your swords with Twinkies.
Oh, don't tell me that.
No, isn't that usually the cycle?
No. I mean, granted, yeah, they did do a couple of different nerfs when I was playing Diablo 2 regularly and shit. But,
wait, what is this episode 2 shit? I've never seen this before.
It's episodic now.
Oh, no, because this is the episode. This is cleared, and now we're in the episode 2 map. I get it. Okay. I get it.
It's kind of like a show, man.
Oh, God, don't say that. Pretty soon he's going to be screaming.
What if?
Actually, he probably is screaming. We just have it muted, and we can't hear him.
Do you hear something?
It's the wind blowing. I do love that skill, though, to slam in the ground, and everyone's just like, fuck! Oh, man.
There's a variant of that skill that a good friend of mine loves to use in games where, like, you know, claymore, greatsword, hammer, what have you, big heavy weapon, you do a big overhead slam, and then you hit, you know, your target and then the ground, and when you hit the ground, it does like a small AoE quake effect, but it also unleashes like a wave in front of you.
Yeah.
It's like his favorite ability to have with heavy weapons.
Yeah, it sounds sick.
Yeah, it's not exactly something that you can be like, oh, that sounds wimpy. You're like, oh, wait, no. You hit a target, possibility of like 6 other targets standing real close, and then God forbid there was anyone behind him. They all just got screwed.
Right? I remember, I never played tabletop games in high school, ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But then when I got to college, because, granted, the college I went to, I got invited to, I got invited to do some tabletop stuff. This is before we even met.
Yeah.
So I made this character. The first character I made was completely, like, socially awkward tendencies. And it was
you have
because...
like negative charisma, but all the strength, or what?
Well, kind of. It was just the character, the way I played out the character. Because I didn't really know anybody, so I played like a silent character.
I get you.
And then once I got to know everyone, I actually made my second character, which was like a lava battle mage. And
I remember you telling me about it.
Yeah, I could use earth and fire. And I remember the first time I got into a PvP match, I decided to do just partial of my skill, not even my full skill, just partial of it, just to see, what I could do, because I had some detriment/whiplash to make the character interesting. So I did the skill, I hit them, and the GM says, oh, it plays out like this, didn't kill the character or anything like that, or didn't, knock him out or anything. So I was like, oh man, like I thought my character really sucked. And like I found out later on when I started learning the system more, I almost one-shot the opponent. Like almost completely KO'd him and killed him.
Damn.
I was like, fuck, I actually did that? It's so funny how like, and I remember thinking that in like other games where I'm playing a game and I'm just like, and it's sometimes the reverse. Oh, I'm doing so well, and then you get like really high end
or something.
Yeah, you get like, or just later in the game. Yeah. Really high end into the game, and then you look back and when you thought you were doing well, and you're like, fucking, I was a pansy.
That's one of the things. It's really subtle, but one of the things I always loved as a kid is when you're prepare for the hate mail. When you were playing Pokemon as a small child.
No, dude, no hate mail yet.
Oh yeah. Right after you beat the Elite Four and the champion for the, be it the first time or, the 90th time, you beat the end game challenges, right?
But I'm going to have to leave you with the cliffhanger right there. Because this is the end of this episode.
Give me, 10 seconds?
No, dude. It's going to be... No! They gotta hear the rest of that story the next episode.
All right.
So, if you liked this episode, please click the like button. If you didn't, whatever. Please
you don't have to hear the rest of that Pokemon story.
Right? Don't even come back for the rest of that story. I challenge you.
It's not that interesting.
Well, we'll share it with your friends, and maybe they'll want to hear the next episode or the next part of the story. But and may the spirit of the mountain be with you.
Later.